during the Lam Rim session, and Gyarum Chikutin, Sumba, Sonam, Gyatso, and Korongi, Somnavida, on the Lam Rim session, said the Decor Mashia.
Good evening, everyone. So tonight we're starting a new Lam Rim text. We're starting the Essence of Refined Gold, which was composed by the third Dalai Lama, Sonam Gyatso.
And Sonam Gyatso said, "The Gyatso Kutia Sumba, the Kutia Dambodi, Gyawakin Druba, Sachagurua, and then Maji, Kutia Sumba, the Sonam Gyatso. That was Sonam Gyatso, and the Dirvada Lam Rim Sonsha, the Gyatso said that Kutia Sumba, and the Koran, and Lumia Nasadi, and Chavesi, Lumina Sadi, Jeponia, and Chavesi, and Lumina, and the Chelia, and the Jig, and Chesoya, the Buenalia, and Chesoya Mongoche, the Nedicella, and Sobolma, Sopigi, and they gave you Martin Shu, and Soil Mape, and Sona, Soyonalia, and Gilubi Temper. Be Masik and Yavo, Shiojong. Then Soyuki, Yavota, Mima Chasalia, and then Che Sonje, Deneki, Pando Chimbo, Shujun, Shiojong, then Soviet Yavoti, and took garden, and took Nietzsche, and Ya, getting Chimboche, and getting Jansovichido, and Ya, Ming Sanda, and Egasa, the Gaston. Beza Dara, Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama, means it's added that Sandy Tambon, the Sobugi, Dalai Lama said, Sobu chicken sarada, on Dalai Lama said, that dinner pinard, what's and pinard.
Then Kuching Dampo, Dan Sumpa Song, then Kuching
Niba, that is the Dampo, the river, that is the Niba Sumba, that's Sumbi Cortimati.
Sonam Gyatso then is known as the third Dalai Lama, and the first Dalai Lama was Gendon Drukpa. So Sonam Gyatso, the author of our text, he's the monastery in Tibet that he practiced and studied, as well as taught extensively, was that of Drepung. And he's also widely known not just for his many exalted deeds in Tibet, but also for having accepted, finally, after many requests, invitation to go to Mongolia, where he established and proliferated the Golok tradition. And he taught extensively there and established as many senses of learning. And out of great appreciation for the kindness that Sonam Gyatso showed the land of Mongolia, the ruler of Mongolia, the king of Mongolia, bestowed the title Dalai onto Sonam Gyatso. And it was at that point that the title Dalai Lama came into existence, and he was then recognized as the third incarnation of that lineage.
That didn't deny the Danganzuki, Pejigi, Tom Nane, and the Lam Rim Yamlenchia or Sonshabadi, that the Lam Rim Seshima, that didn't on the decor change here.
And he composed many texts, and the one that's most renowned within the Lam Rim tradition is the text here that we all have, the Essence of Refined Gold. And tonight, this is what we're going to start looking at.
Good and what you are to say the Jeremichi, Moloprova, Muloma Chatter. That didn't that you was Sonam Gyatso, Sobuke, Dalai Lama's Mimpuaza, didn't Sudan, that about the Garum Chile, Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama Sigura, ditches at Sandy, Dalai Lama said, Sobu Temple at Sandy, rather on Diridua.
The first Dalai Lama, Gendon Drukpa, he was actually a direct disciple of Geshe Thubten Rabten. But the title Dalai Lama hadn't been created. So he was not in his lifetime known as the Dalai Lama. This title was only bestowed onto Sonam Gyatso by the king of Mongolia. So it was only Sonam Gyatso who was known as the Dalai Lama, and then the Gendon Drukpa was retrospectively given the title of first Dalai Lama. And Sonam Gyatso, though, was the first living being to have this Mongolian title. So this lineage of Dalai Lamas has of course continued to the present day, and that many Dalai Lamas have performed really incomparable Dharma deeds within both Tibet as well as China. But this 14th incarnation, the great 14th, then he has been of direct benefit throughout our world.
And then in Lam Rim Text,
so the name of our text, and I just read out the full name in Tibetan, which is, let's see, leading through the stages to enlightenment, the essence of refined gold.
And to sit in a Yawachilia and the Negisha, Janjo Lam Rim Ki, that Sershima Sadi, Java, Sonam Gyatso, Sonship, in a Lam Rim Text, and the change here, Rabat, Masiapore, the Gawa Sampo, some Josora, and Gawakia, and the Negi, Diane, Semjan Tam, J. Dondalangi, and the San Yoko Toba Chi. She's not San Yoko Tobala, Lam Jim Yamlin Chase, San Yoko Toku Winza, and Dambo Semja Tamji Dondalia, and Dunga Semjan Dunga Daya, Digi Tugia Dondala, Semjel Pemba Dugi, De Pemba Dubala, and Alia Tablam Yasho, the San Yoko Resha, Chizang San Yoko Tobachi, Samje, and the Chanju Sem Kunla Tiche. Chizan that San Yoko Toba Chebala, Lamji Yamlin Cheche, and Yamlin Chen, the San Yoko Tobanza, Yamlin Majeba, and the San Yoko to Yomara, Meva and Zada, Yamlin Chewa, Karen Yamlin Chewas, Lam Rim Yamlin Chewores. Chizan Lam Rim Yamlin Chewanza, Diri and the Lam Rim Serjuma Sadi, Deva, Nye, and Digi Dondal, some Daji, Yamlin Cheche, and the San Yoko Tobachi, and Biggie, and the Sam Dajan of the Duscine, Di Dondala, and Anzuki, Lam Rim Text. Yankee and Picadas, not in some diary, Narangine, that he don't have to get meet Chishikins and Piquet, then do some Dashi or Dineza, Kunos, Chagora.
Before engaging in any activity, it's imperative that one establishes a virtuous motivation. And in particular, then, and whilst that's the case for any activity, it certainly is in particular for when receiving Dharma teachings or engaging in direct Dharma practice. So all of us here, let's take this opportunity now to establish the correct motivation. And by saying all of us, I mean myself as well. We all need to consciously be sure that everything we engage in is under the influence of an appropriate motivation. So first of all, take a moment to remind yourselves of how very fortunate we all are to have this opportunity, the opportunity to study a text composed by Gyalwa Sonam Gyatso, particularly for beings such as us, for beings who have the wish to strive for and attain enlightenment for the sake of others. So we have this opportunity now to receive this teaching tonight and many more over the coming months, as well as to, in between the teachings, to put the meaning into our memory, into our minds, and to reflect on this meaning. And this is something truly wonderful, an opportunity that is quite incomparable. Reflecting like that, joy should arise in your minds. Then moreover, we need to now consciously generate the appropriate motivation of bodhicitta, reminding ourselves that we sit here now to hear, to receive these teachings about how to become the most exalted of all guides, the being who has developed their inner qualities to a state where they are perfected, where all faults have been completely eliminated, leaving no trace. In other words, the attainment of the state of a Buddha. And the reason for attaining such a state is that all sentient beings, just like us, want to be free of suffering and experience only happiness. So in order to be able to achieve this for myself, as well as every other single being without exception, I need to become this most skilled of guides. And to become such a being, to become a Buddha, one has to train. One has to train one's mind and develop one's mind. And what should one be practicing then? What should one train in? That is the Lam Rim, or the graduated stages of the path to enlightenment. And that is what is going to be discussed at length in this text. So now we should be sure to generate this motivation for tonight's class and all our virtuous activities that will follow from tonight's class, putting these teachings into memory, reflecting on their meaning, and not just tonight, but over these coming months.
Gyatso Lam Rim Ti Serye Yangshima Xiao Shu So Gyatso Lam Rimba Sedu Dadire Bene Jerim Chigi Song Shebi Gyatso Lam Rim said Birchurwa and the Digi Zawati Lam Rim said George Pelia and Lam Rim Sunwad. Tina Zawadi George Pelia Lam Rim Sonadi Sanyu Jimlin Digi Chepe Gyachimbu Shu Sunyorwada. Di chasang simjen le digi juya da simjen dunga sege dondalia and tablam nyamnen dine chegora said sanyi ge che be mas mangbo da tira mangbo jo be ma sonde mangbo shuji gyachim chorwa da dine yobansa di jung chemmo dine gi lobjong che matuken dine duse madanga dine ge lobjong che matuken zulya an직 chasang lobjong che go goya mara chasang goya matuken 강아티나 진짜 dine gi 자서 냠는 제게 림바디 제 맞은 것들이야. 술 두디 제제. 뉴뉴제 안에 직진한 조직이 벌이야. 안에 남주에서 람 냠는 게 림바 방티제 제대 자주 남주에서 송요 받아.
So the title again of this text in its extensive form is leading one through the graduated paths to enlightenment, the essence of refined gold. So this is a text of the Lam Rim, or graduated stages to enlightenment, and composed, as we know, by Sonam Gyatso. And the other, one of the other very famous Lam Rim texts is the various ones composed by Gyatso Rinpoche himself. And this entire Lam Rim tradition have at their root a text composed by Lama Atisha, statues over there. So before Lama Atisha came to Tibet from India, then the Buddhist teachings were well established in Tibet and were practiced over a vast expanse of a vast area by a great number of skilled practitioners. However, not everyone was able to commit the time and energy to study the vast array of the Buddhist teachings as well as to meditate on these. So for those who didn't have the opportunity to study this broad collection of vast and profound teachings, then Lama Atisha composed the lamp for the path, the lamp for the path, which is the root text from which the entire Lam Rim tradition came, of which the text we're going to be studying here is one of the prime illustrations.
Sergi Yangshin so, Dambo Sergi Yovana, that Nandu Sergi Yovana, Dambo Serna, Zamzam Dode Chunjurashi Tete Yusigua, Yajapa Shushi, Zangma Sue, Masi Yabu, Gyuni Meba Sushabadan, Se Dambo Sedi, Dile Shu Yaga Tawad, Segi Yanshun Jidang and Dugi, Sel, Namun Jidang, Kume Ser de Shena Dishigura. On Dinashi, that's Sanjay Jumlen, Sunshai, Lamji Rimba Chazan, two Duje, Ganis Kansa Jigan, Yamden Jela, Ganis Chegura, Jeta Rimba Chazan, Duj and Lamdrena Sunshai. Lamrim na Sungyo did a Jerimchi Delia, Ser Taja, Sever Search, Jerimchi Lamrim Sonsha. Just not that Jerimchi Sonshika Lamrim Dia, Des, Shul and Mangoyorova, the young and Diagi Dused Madame Adam, and the go up to New Atulia, and Yana go up New Ada, Yana, Jik Mangota Moache, Yan Des New than Shin Tuken, Nuba Yuken, Desu Riglia, and the Sonam Gyatso, the Lam Rim said, the Lam Rim Chembuki, Dondadi, two Duce, Chunju, Jeden, Shu Yun said that Lam Rim Donda Ningbo, Yamlingi Rimba Chasan, Sawa, Mano, Ningbo Duce, and Jixon Shavanza, and Sergei Yanshun said me, 10 died in a time.
We think of the title now. So let's look at the title now. The essence of refined gold. So here, if we think of gold, we think of something that's of great value, great preciousness, and but we know gold may sometimes have small flaws in it. If those flaws have been removed and becomes completely pure, we would say it has been refined. So this is we can understand the title of the text in this way. So what we have with the Lam Rim tradition is the vast teachings of the Buddha were condensed into a guide called the Stages of the Path to Enlightenment. So that is Janchup Lam Rim. So we've got all these vast texts of the Buddha that we see up here condensed into the Lam Rim. But the first the first Lam Rim text composed by a Tibetan was the famous Lam Rim text composed by a Tibetan is Lama Tsongkhapa's Great and Middling Lam Rims. These, though, are large texts, and for some people, they either don't have the time or the opportunity to engage in these, or they want a briefer text just to use as a reminder from what they have studied in more detail. So for such people, they want something that is even briefer, but still comprises the essence of the entire graduated path to enlightenment. So with this understanding in mind, this text was composed by the conqueror Sonam Gyatso, and he gave it this title, Essence of Refined Gold, to show that this is something of great value, that is faultless and pure, and it takes the essence of the larger Lam Rim text and refines it even further.
Lamalia and cha di and cha chewa debo puyadi then Kavanamji and Kosore Jidane Jodachi Regere and the Genie and Sosugi Denegi Shelia Parcha Majunwada and Sosugi Javati Tarchia Terchimbigi Cavalia and Java Tarchiagi Dondalia and Tarchia and Lamalia, and you Cavacilia Chatsewati, Yungorwa, Deniza, Dambo, and the Chatsewa Chegor, Ben the Chatsewa de la Jitun Lama, Gyapsum Kunduye, Danin Chambo, Gandhi, Shablo, Guba Chimbe, Chatsajin, Gyapsu Chivo, and the Jingle up to so, says to Sumore.
So, as is the custom, the text starts with a homage. So, holy beings who compose texts always start with a homage. So this is the custom, but it's not just done out of respect for what holy beings prior holy beings have done, but it's done for a specific purpose, and that is to create merit in order to eliminate obstacles to the successful completion of the text. So for this reason, the texts composed by holy beings start with a homage, as does our text here, the top of the first page, or page 1, to the feet of the Venerable Lama, embodiment of the three jewels. Profoundly I turn for refuge. Bestow on me your transforming powers.
Geshe Lama said, that Delia, Kitun Sansum Lama, so Jizun J said, Kebi Yende, and J, the Jidan J, and Yevos Achakua. And DJ Lavio, the Lobjong and Anne, Sosugi, Shingue, Chasan, Shinche, and Kimbi Yende, and Bango Chasan, Bangsaje, Nubi Yende, Denigu Yende, Dile Hava, Kimbi Yende, Dile Hava Mewaza, and Chigi Lobjong, Shinhegi, Nane, Dile Hava Mewaza, and Chigi Yevos, Chi Jekenda, Chi Yamlin Chicken, Yevona, J said, and Jidu, and the Kebi Yende, Tingura Keba. Kaba Kebi Yende, Yende Chimbo, Shinyak, Shinbi Keba, Yovaza, and J says Kebi Yende.
The word we have translated as venerable comprises of two syllables. The first is J. So this we know from Lama Tsongkhapa, J Rinpoche. So this J is often applied to someone like a king, or in English it may be translated as Lord, as in a king. And here, though, in the context that it's used how it's used in a religious context, is that it refers to someone with fully developed inner qualities, such as knowledge. Someone whose knowledge cannot be developed further. So someone who could be likened to a king of the Dharma. So such a Dharma practitioner then, who has qualities of being wise and learned, or alternatively translated then as a scholar, but someone who both has knowledge and experience. And this knowledge and experience is highly developed, so that he could be referred to as a king of the Dharma. That is what is referred to by the first syllable of the Tibetan word that's translated as venerable. Digo som deni jesena deni di tso di shepherd and the agoye Then the word that we have as venerable has two syllables. The first was J, and now the second is tsun. So tsun then refers to ethical conduct. And here this is referred, the meaning, the context, in this context, it refers to ethical conduct that has been perfected. So we have these two qualities, the one relating to knowledge and the other to ethics.
Lama sidu sangbo sikorda, sangbo yunde, sangbo jambada zeyu yunde, shenliya, jambada zeyu nyamlen chine, jamzigi nyamlen, tarchimbi jamzigi nyamlen, tarchimba inza, lama se jamzigi nyamlen, jisa sangbo yunde, the denpa sikordi.
And then we have Venerable Lama. And Lama here then is a none high or none surpassed. And this then, in our context, refers to the qualities of love and compassion. So this title, Venerable Lama, then encompasses a number of qualities, that of wisdom, of ethics, of love and compassion.
Chas Puyagi Lama and Dinala and Jerumuchella Sopada, Dinner Sosugi, Lama and Jubil Lama Jerumuchna dinner, Dinayana, Gombolurupna, Tomela Sopada, Dinner San Yujum, Zevi, Tartuna San Yujum, Badu Turura, this Shazalia, and Kejun Sansum, you indebted in Lama, Lama Res, Jeza, Consulia Chas taking Lago Sungurwa.
Tene kenan tanta Thubten Lama kyabsum kundu.
Kundu se labi da. Jesu lama se de sik da du she je ban. Jesu lama se labi du da kejun sangsum yunden tar chimbi lama la cha chigin le buro da.
Yeah, when then homage is being offered to one's Venerable Lama, then one's Venerable Lama then can be understood as one's own teacher who possesses or own teachers who possesses these qualities that have been described, and not qualities in any ordinary or even well-developed level, but a level of perfection, a level of not being possible to develop further. Knowledge is perfected. Love and compassion and ethics are perfected. But moreover, one doesn't just think of one's own teachers that one has a Dharma relationship with, but also one's lineage lamas. So from Gyatso Rinpoche to Nagarjuna, Asanga, one's entire lineage then would be encompassed here.
Gyatso kunduge danyi chenpo chide chize kenji nyusumge pene kaso kejun sangsumge yenden dibe lama kyorong gyabne kundu yungo gyabne kunduge danyi reso chiza gyabne kunduge sangye gyab sayadida sangye kunjo chwe kunjo gyab sumyor wada gyab kane chine sangye kunjo chwe kunjo giring kunjo lamnam gyabne chasangi su duje bige ngo da lama kyorong res chiza lama ngale yada che denga lama kyorong da gyabne kundu yung gyabne zade sangye kunjo de la debe sangye da maombe sa dadawe sangye pado meba yore chiza dine yinza gyab ganeshine gyab sum ganeshine dina de su duje bige da ngo ane kesun sansu yende lama kyorong re chiza ngi dele ya ane be degui shabla guibe chembe se ne deba chembo chene ya cha se gi so da kyorong ge kusung tu yenden di ro da guyu yende kazi henbe yende sa da zunbe yende sangbe yende ane gyabne kundu yende do sin kyorong le ha ko yende dene chi ma de mindu denza kyorong ya he sim dingi ane ya deba ta guba chi ane cha se gi so ro da.
Really looking at these first two lines, the feet of the Venerable Lama, embodiment of the three jewels. Here, we've spoken then about the meaning of venerable and how this shows the three groups of qualities that one's Lama has, and these aren't of any ordinary or even extraordinary level, but a level of perfection. And here, one look at, and the Lama here also refers to not just those teachers that one has a Dharma relationship with, but the entire lineage. And moreover, now as you see in the next line, we see that they are an embodiment of the three jewels. In other words, all the qualities that the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha possess, you, our teachers, possess these in their entirety too. The essence of all the good qualities of all the Buddhas of the three times you possess. And with great faith, then one pays homage to one's teachers, the lineage lamas, and seeing them as indistinguishable from the Buddhas of the three times.
kusung tusum yenden kan shoba na shi kyorong lama kyorong la kejun sansum yenden yoba dina shi ngala ya yong deni ji yong sho sigor da dandal cha sa labdu deni gi lama gi kusung tusum yenden denje cha sa labdu ani deni gi lama kyorong nibole deni ngi gi gi pangji ru nyom cha sa ma me ba se cha si me ba se sal labdu lama kyorong gi lo kusung kenje nyusum gi yenden de kusung tu yenden kan shoba Diro ngala gewar yongor sho sigor da cha sa se dona dire.
Probably in our third line where I turn for refuge. So here the word is to prostrate or to pay homage. So here it's been translated in a different way. So this meaning of chagsil, which is to pay homage or to prostrate, is so again it has two syllables. The first then chag. So here one is turning, paying homage or prostrating in order to abandon all one's faults. to eliminate each and every afflicted mind together with their seeds and imprints. And one is doing this, and so that's the first aspect, to eliminate all one's faults. And then the second syllable relates to the second meaning of this term, to pay homage or to prostrate, and that is to develop all good qualities just like you, our lamas, just like you have. No greater, no less level of quality than you have. In that, your qualities are perfected. So the meaning of to prostrate or to pay homage is to want to firstly eliminate all one's faults completely, so not a trace is left, and secondly to develop all good qualities to the same extent as our teachers.
Gyatso chi labya zan cha chawanza da gyatso chi sen cha chawanza garcha ngi yu nyomo ba ji cha ma meba sue meba cha da lama kyorong yu tu yu le yun den ga ne ngal di ro yongwa shos la ro da de da de ni ge yong ge nyuba di lama kyorong le yores zan ngi yu nyomo ba ye dik cha ba ya da bang ya da ane yun den cha to ya lama kyorong le nyuba den yores zan ngi nga 데니기 교비야디 코와 교야디 다 ngal 맞아 심지어 탐질레 데니기 교비야기 뉴버디 라마처럼 요래 제자 라마처럼 요래 대바 제지도 지긴 cap수 치에서 데니기 요래서 이시 띵네 이시다 대바 지긴시 오다 cap수 치오서다.
And then I turn for refuge. Refuge, which can also be equally translated as to go for refuge or to go for protection. So this is now done with a mind of strong faith and trust, recognizing that, in this case, our lamas, who are the embodiment of the three jewels, they have all the good qualities that can help us develop those same good qualities within us. So our lama has the power, the ability, the capacity to help us develop those same good qualities, and thereby we gain protection. Through our own inner transformation, we gain protection. And we turn towards the objects of refuge, in this case our lamas, who are the embodiment of the three jewels, with faith and with trust, knowing that they have the power to guide us to develop the same good qualities that they have within ourselves.
진기 랍도서 세라니 진기 랍도서 달라미 결혼된 뉴버 요반자 데니기 라미 결혼은 뉴비 톱기 진세네 라미 뉴바라고 그래 랍세데 뉴와타고 그거 그래서 라미 결혼기 천지 뉴스미 연대기 뉴비 톱기 아니야 내기 마신 바디게 파 매와스요네 아니 마신 바디 신호 신야다 내기 좀 야기 빼지디게 좀 야리야 탈침보 영야게 라미 결혼기야 나리야 뉴바지 마 뉴비기 안 진이 랍로치에서 송고로 슈고로 진이 랍도소스야 다 진이 랍로치 바 소아디고로 진이 랍도소
그는 단도 페츠디 콜라서
진짜디로와 베지디고에 니가 샤고다 남의 결혼라 견지 뉴스미 연대 뉴바티네 여바 인자 뉴비 똑기 니 마싱비 연몽바 빵고에 이렇게서 매바서야다 데니기 아니 연된 마토바 찾아 토연 조고조고 토야랴 직제 안에 베지 좀이야랴 바체 미용하다 좀바디 탈침바 야고 용하다 안디니기 좀바 탈치네 디 판도 셴랴 마오바 셴랴 판도 침부 용하게 남의 결혼이야 뉴비기 야 교와다제네 야고 용하다 남의 결혼이 나로지에서 얼진이 랍도서
And our last line, bestow upon me your transforming powers. Transforming powers is what we usually have as bestow your blessings. So the meaning of bestow your blessings or bestow upon me your transforming powers is here from the depths of one's heart. One is turning towards one's objects of refuge, one's Lama, who embodies the three jewels, with the recognition that he has the power or capacity or ability to help us transform. And those are the two key meanings of the word blessing. One, that the recognition that in this case our Lama, or the object that will bestow one blessings, has power and capacity and ability And through their power capacity, we can develop ourselves. We can change and develop ourselves independent on their inner qualities and skills. So here we're turning to our lamas with this wish to develop all good qualities just like them and eliminate our faults completely just like they have. And we know that they have the ability to guide us and lead us to be able to transform our inner world, transform our mind, so that we can develop ourselves to a level of perfection, and we can attain a level of perfection quickly. And that level of perfection will be the same level that our teachers have attained themselves.
La de ngi ma she de la sung gor dang yi she sun ya de la ane dir de la dir danger gi de la yin bo len bar de bi gi bo nam gi nyam so lang war ja wa ni se wa se za dang yi she de kar la na da ju gi tin de tin top je tin de la yin bo len bar de gen dil ya ane len bar de bi ge de ga sa gi bo nam gi nyam so la ya de kar hes ne di nyam so la ya de shi yin se wo da 냠렌지에 가르쳐고르슨 디 냠렌제 디레다스 이제 디 시에인서다 디 냠렌제에다 돈다 가르선 람림 쳔보드서 람림 시인서다 돈다라.
Now we come to the first full paragraph. Here, for spiritually inclined beings who wish to take advantage of the opportunities afforded by human life, is a treatise on the Lam Rim tradition of meditation, a tradition known as stages on the spiritual path leading to enlightenment. The meaning of this is then that here the composer of this text, Sonam Gyatso, he's setting out what he is going to explain. And he is going to explain the graduated stages to enlightenment. In other words, he's going to explain what is to be practiced. And remembering, instead of practice, we could take it as literally what one must gain experience of.
대속이 아니 닝보 가를 렘버 되어버렸네. 닝보 세대 가르스는 안 주기. 다 닝보들라 잡팅 타숨리게 가르스나 닝보 약쇼데 녀몽베 지버 바샤다 제버 빵네 상지고 방디 닝보 약쇼들래. 난 내내 안 내리 디올야 안 다스 내내가 상지고 뭐 토마토베 내가 안 녀몽바 바샤다 제버 녀몽바 사본네 제버 빵제 빵비게 탈바세 토야디 딩디 닝보 딩디 차고래 다 닝보 타마디 다 산지 데니기 탈바 토마토바이네 개와치만 안수는 맞게와치 하나 미고 방띵 토야디 토바디 디 개와디다 닝보 수바 차고래 제사 닝보 랭이 닝보
수바 그냥 캐가나 수바
하나 미고 방디 데 닝보 숨디 제사 디 닝보 숨디 안에 레라 안에 나주기 유단 긴 냠는 제제 토볼마도 유단 긴 마사바 냠는 가야 마저 토야요 말와 내가 데니게 닝보 숨보디 데니게 가 토야 이게 냠는 디 토고도 삼제 데니게 토고고 삼비 되어야 한 기부디게라 안에 디 토야게 도나라 냠 가른 냠는 제고를 람지 림바디 냠는 제고를 해서야디 냠솔라야게 람디 디시 인시고다.
So let's look at the first part here. So just to say, right at the outset of this text from my side, the translation is very poetic, and so therefore the order of the various clauses in the sentence in the English and Tibetan are quite different. So I suspect throughout this text, the order of explanation will match each paragraph, but within the paragraph, the order won't be quite the same. So I don't plan on saying this every week, but so just bear this in the back of your mind, that sometimes the explanation won't match the same order as we have in each paragraph. Okay, so having said that, let's look at the first part of this first line. Here, for spiritually inclined beings who wish to take advantage of the opportunities afforded by human life. What this here is pointing out to, advantage of the opportunities, this is referring to the freedoms and endowments that make up a precious human rebirth. So just by these few words, there's a far greater meaning behind there. But in brief, what is said here in the next few words, afforded by human life. Now that we in this life have attained the basis of a human being or of a God, perhaps, then we have attained this essential basis for spiritual development. And then further in this paragraph, the author goes on to say that he is going to explain how to take the very essence of this rebirth, to put this rebirth that we have to the very best possible use. And what is that? Well, the three ways that we can be said are three exalted goals that one can strive for. The first is that of Buddhahood. That is the greatest of all goals. The second then is the state of liberation from suffering, the state where all the afflicted minds together with their seeds have been completely abandoned, and a state that is liberated from cyclic existence has been attained. And the third is a further good rebirth such as that we have now, that is marked by the freedoms and endowments. So attaining any of these goals would mark achieving the essence of this human rebirth. And how does one go about achieving that? So that is through training in or gaining experience of the stages on the spiritual path leading to enlightenment, or the Lam Rim. What's being the purpose of this first verse, the intent behind this first verse, is that the composer is pointing out to us in just a few words the preciousness of our opportunity here, the great importance of this opportunity, and what can be achieved. And the reason for this is, if one has achieved something of great value but doesn't put it to good use, one will not achieve its potential. And the potential comes about through practicing or cultivating the stages of the path, but one will only engage in that consistently over a sustained period if one recognizes what we have attained in terms of its tremendous potential. Then we will put it to good use, but not otherwise. Mambo? And furthermore, Sonam Gyatso is explaining his motivation for composing this text. It's not for fame and renown, but it's rather for those who have interest. Because for those who have interest in developing themselves spiritually, who have interest in achieving the essential purpose, or the essence of this life, for those practitioners, he is composing this text. For people who don't have any interest in putting this life to the greatest of use, this text will be of no benefit to them. This is for those who want to take advantage of the opportunities afforded by human life.
Na andine sumba na da deni ge sonya ge Lam Rim di ge da sonya ge na le ana ji lam nyamlen je gar yore lamna da ji sungora gewe sura 탐지 닝보 세드 나 상유 쯤된 디기 sura ba bu na le ana ji ga 저기 냠len je hoya no sungore che de digi 주야 동아 세야게 된다려 ana che ji 가실 감나 뭐바다 삼바다 튠비 돈에 안 최배 바도면 바 야심 송요레스 제가 데네게 송제베 상제 좀 최송베 차상에 나네 된다 닝보 수 뒤제 안에 람림티 나려야 안에 람기 냠는 제기 상제 송제베게 람 냠는 제 닝보의 수 뒤제 송거레스 예외 송로군이 닝보세 람림디 야와 송로기 나네 조다 최까지 수베나 간절에 돈다 닝보에 가르서는 상제 고마 토야 된다래 제산디 산조 고바 토비아 된다 그 람가르시 냠는 랭고레스 냠스 렌하기 닝보디 안디나 송구여서 제유 소라 탐지 닝보서 자주 람림세디 디레서 오다
Okay, so looking then at the second paragraph, what is the Lam Rim tradition? So the Buddha composed the Buddha gave a great number of teachings. So the sutras are comprise a vast array of texts on a wide variety of topics, such as how to abandon suffering. And the Buddha taught such a vast array of teachings in accordance to the varying dispositions and inclinations of beings. The Lam Rim tradition then is taking these and condensing them so that the very essence or the very heart of the Buddha's teachings can be quickly and easily attained. And what is the very heart of the Buddha's teachings? Well, the very essence of the Buddha's teachings, that is how to achieve enlightenment. Hence, what is the Lam Rim tradition? It's the graduated path to enlightenment.
Dusum Pawa Tamjegi, Jobajibi Lam Siota. It's not Lam Rim de Dusum Pawatam Jobajibi Lam Laviodo, Dusum Zenyama, that Devi, Sangye Mambu, Sangevares. This way, Garjans Ganis Sangevares, Lam Rim Yamlins Sangevares, Lam Yirim Bed Yamlinchi Sangevares. And Dada, and Mahom, Dada Sangihen, Janjuseba Yamlin Sangihen, Mambu, this way in Lam Rim de Yamlinchi Sangi, Mother Shadayo Mares. Dine Mahom Banada Sangihen, Mambu Hunguri, this is Chasa, and Lam Rim Yamlinchi Sangi. Chizan Dusum Yamada, Dadawada, Mahomba, Gandhi Sangeva, Yama Sangi Simba, Dada Sang Yeshimba, Mahomba, Sang Yahin, Ganishina, Lam Rim Yamlin Majeba Sangi Mares. Chasa Jobaji Lam, Chasan Ya Koale Tarche, and Ya Sangi Sel Gwe Droegi, Lamga, Chigres or Lamji, that Denigi, Lamga Yaku Chebu, Lamga Chi Jobaji Lams in Yamlin J. Digigres, Chasa Sangi Sel Droeg, Lamga Chibu Didel, Lamrim Yamlin J.
It is the essence of the teachings of Buddha, the one path traveled by the Arya beings of the past, present and future. All the beings who have attained enlightenment, so all the Arya Buddhas, how did they become an Arya Buddha? How did they attain enlightenment? It was through practicing the Lam Rim. All those Arya Bodhisattvas right now who are practicing, how are they practicing, or what are they practicing? They are cultivating the practices of the Lam Rim. And all those who will one day become Arya beings and become Arya Bodhisattvas and Arya Buddhas, they too will attain such exalted states through practicing the Lam Rim. So all Arya beings of the 3 times, all of them have achieved that exalted state through these practices of the graduated stages to enlightenment. None of them have achieved such an exalted state without practicing the Lam Rim. So there's only one path, and this is the vast path of the Lam Rim.
Shingda Chenpo, Lurup Dang, Tome Niki, Lam So, Chesan Deniki, Lam Nyamlenji, Rimba, Deniki Rimba, Lam Rim Di, Junya Dia, and Temba Sanyu Jumden Ma, Lam Sanyu Jumden, you soon, Lam Yirimba, Nyamlenchira, Sanyu Jumden, the Korongi, Jawangama, Mango, and the Sama Yin Yelenia, and the Chigi, Sanye Mambolia, Chuba Pui, and the Chigi, Sonam Sa, and Ma, and Shengi. Roa Samja Tamjila Jabada Zawacom, Janjo Sem Com, the Netonio Tobe Sherocom, Yamlejin, and Tarchin and Lodu Kawachi, Tarjina, Sanye Kovan Tosor. Jesan Sanye Kovan Topne, Dine, and Sanje Jumden Korongi, Yamlin Jene, Yomoba Meva Sueda, Denigi, Lam Ganegan and Yamlin Chigu, Machasa, Kemba Yamyo Yoba, Korong and Yamyon Tone, and Ya Masawa, Manoa, Chazan, Chazan Sawache, Manoache. Ma Sanye Jumden Sunsha Gyodi, and then Ma Dene Gombulurudan, and the Power Tomela so big pa, and Jigpine, Denigi, Rimba, Guj, and Yamlen Jeje, and Power Tome Lurubla Sobata, Denema, Jawa keeping Yamlen Je, Gum Manyamba, and Deni Georgie, Yamlena, Georgie Bueliason, and Burgi Cabatu Yamlenche, and Dina de Kabi Nane, and the Jerimuche, and Jerimuchi Lam Rim Text Yamlen, and Jerimuchi Yamlena, Jerimuchi Koron Loma, that in Bangaji, and Dine Lametsania, and that the Gasore Lama, that the Sonam Jesu Koron and Yamlen Naship, Dinigi Lam Yitimba, Yama San, Go San Jumden Dinma to be Yamlenji, Manowadi, and Ejik. Denigi Yamlen Chiadi, Lam Rim Text or you have that she had.
Then you can cover what is it, Pimpe?
Shingda Chimbo, Luruda, Tomengi, Lam Sol said, Divada.
Let's just continue here. The legacy of the Masters Nagarjuna and the Sangha. So maybe up to there. So when before Shakyamuni became Buddha Shakyamuni, over countless lives, he accumulated an immense store of virtue through practicing all the forms of generosity and so forth, as well as developing the mind of bodhicitta, meditating on emptiness, and continuing to practice developing these qualities further and further until enlightenment was attained. When enlightenment was obtained, he was then able to teach the Buddha Dharma in a way that was faultless and unmistaken. And this is because his knowledge was perfected, as well as, of course, he was talking from experience. So therefore, he was able to present the Buddha Dharma in a way that was faultless. And then, after the Buddha was no longer physically present in this world, then great masters such as Nagarjuna and the Sangha appeared, and they once again propagated the Buddha Dharma and spread it in the same faultless way. And following them, great Indian masters such as Atisha came, and who went to Tibet, and continuing from this lineage that went from the Buddha to Nagarjuna and the Sangha, and then Atisha into Tibet, many great Tibetan masters continue to practice in the same way as the Buddha and the other Indian masters, attain similar realizations, and could teach the Dharma, teach this lineage in a way that's faultless and unmistaken. And Je Rinpoche Lama Tsongkhapa and many of his students would be included in these examples, as is the author of this text, Sonam Gyatso. So through them, we have received a lineage that is unmistaken and faultless.
Dene number tamji kembi sar drebi kiwo chogi chuluk so da. Number tamji kembi the number tamji kemba sa sanji ko ban thoya so. Sanji ge sal ya dregi kiwo chogi chuluk so de. 태바침비 쉬시고라 예와 초서다 예부 중원단 등당 초서데 태바침비다 람림디 태바침비 취르가 차고 제사 델리아 근데 상지고 봐 토바지 람지 남샤 차상 딩규 봐 상지고 봐 투에 람이 냠린디 마차와 마노와 마주바 손여자 예부 초비 취르래 태바침비 취르래 저거
The religion of supreme people traveling to the ground of omniscience. So this then is showing the final goal is that of Buddhahood, the essence of all the teachings is the goal of Buddhahood, that all these practitioners were leading the students towards, and many of them themselves had attained. And this was something for all beings that could engage in, no matter their level of development.
다디네 기부 숨기 냠수 랑지 림바 탐제 마상와메 버 뒤바서 지산다 람림 디나리아 아니 기부 총게 냠는 제게 림바 요래 기부 딩게 냠는 제니 차상 요래 기부 침비 람이 냠는 제 차상 요래마도 기부 침비게 람 냠는 제네 기부 딩다 중 냠는 제 매바 말레스 기부 야직 딩당 데네기 침비지 냠는 제 요바지 기부 중요 람냠는 제 매와 말이죠. 기부 중요의 딩당 침부 기부 중요의 람냠는 제 차상이 되고 딩기 냠는 제의 차상이 되고 기부 침비 냠는 제 차상이 되고 지난 기부 최전 중숨기 람이 냠는 제 차상 지난의 뒤디 연 뒤바래 여바래 지고래.
The unabridged synthesis of all practices included within the three levels of spiritual application. The three levels of spiritual application refers to the beings of found amongst the three differing types of capacity. The beings of smallest capacity, intermediate capacity, and greatest capacity. Within the Lam Rim teachings, within the graduated stages to enlightenment, these practices are suitable for all beings, no matter what their goal, whether it's for good rebirth or liberation or enlightenment. And moreover, it includes all the practices in a way that is complete and unmistaken that each of these types of beings need to engage in. In other words, in order to attain any of the goals of the Dharma, one needs to engage in a complete set of practices, and these are all included within the Lam Rim tradition.
nyama temba sangi jumden ma gyuche nyamnen chegi rimbo gyuba chasa yede ba denege ane teba chimbi sangi goba thoya da lam chasa yede ba denege lam dela da janju lamri chimbo se dire jesan lamrim se dire delya keju dene shi chasa sang de ji nyele she keju chasa dene sang de gen lamrim dire lamrim di chisa lamrim di sangi chase nyamnen chegi sangi goba thoya nyamnen che lamya dire 기부 치료 추숨가게 냠는 제처럼 뒤에 유디겐 네 상계 차상계 상계 단전 시스템 차상에 다디디 냠는 제신 바윤바 제사 디니자 디 람림세 디레 데네칠라 고레제다 람림 자주 람지 림바 셰샤와 디니라서 디레서.
When we ask what is the Lam Rim tradition, now it should be clear. This is the Lam Rim tradition, meaning who taught it? Buddha Shakyamuni. On what basis? Knowledge and experience. Who for? All those wanting to attain his exalted state, the state of a Buddha, those wanting to attain a liberation from suffering entirely, or those wanting to attain a good rebirth. So in other words, beings of varying capacities. And what should be practiced? Well, the Lam Rim comprises all the practices that those beings of different capacities need to engage in so as to attain these goals. And who are the beings who are teaching and practicing in this way? All the holy beings who have come, who are present, and who are still to be developed. In other words, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So this is what is meant by the Lam Rim. These are the qualities of the stages of the path to enlightenment.
Lam Rim Lam Rim Dum Dora Sheshana Dirwada, Kibu Chungi Lam Yirimba Sachitan, Kibu Dringi Lam Yirimba, Kibu Chimbu Lam Yirimba Siorwa. Di Yamnan Chegi Rimba di Lam Rim Sadiri,
and if we want it a little simpler, then, so remembering Lam Rim means stages of the path, so literally stages of the path. What then does Lam Rim mean? It means the stages of the path of the being of small capacity. It means the stages of the path of being of middling capacity or intermediate capacity, and the stages of the path of the being of greatest capacity. So that is the simplest way that it can be presented.
Lam Rimba Lavia, Anthrosa Lamgana, Dambo del Dro, Niva del Dro, Seshero, Dina, Rimba Dinashe, Tanganzugi, Bene, Kibuchungu, Chigi, Lam Rimba Yamlan Chevana Karchos, Dambo Dina Sam Dang, Niva Dina Sam Dangore, and Sumba Dina Sam Dangore, this Sam Dane Dine, Kibuchungi, Lada Muko to Ture, Sergi, Yamlan Chetaji, Rimba Sungorwa. Cesadana, Tarba said Tobiag Dondala. Lam Ganas Yamlan Chivores and some Ganas Tangor Ladu, Tampotis Tangor, Nibatines Samdo, Sumbatines and Dene Tarpa said Tugure as a share Chikwa. Tatapa Chimpigi, Sanju Gobantoyala, Garanyamlan Chivores and Dampo Samletis Tangore, Nibatine Yamlan Chiv, Sumbaticho, Tishibaticho, Dinisina, Sanju Gobanto Tugure as a Shiagi, Chesa Rimba di Dinero, the Lamji Rimba City, Konyamlan Chida, some not Tanang Rimba, Dambo, some of Dinet Tangor, Niba Dinetang, Sumba Dinetangore. Dinichina Nanzuki Nanzukila Tobeki and Tobaki and Yar Shinjin, Nanzuki Miu, got a Sanjago toward Dubaina, Miudi, Sanjago Topture. Miu Tarvadi, Dundunia Taba toward Dubaina, Taba Topture. And Dile Joan, Miudi, Kewachimal Hada Mugo Toyagi, Nanson Target Hada Mugo Toyagi, Miu Disunji, Yamlanchi Dijabaina, and did Kewachimal Hada Mugo Topture. Denige sometimes Rimbadi Lam Yirimba said,
just like when we go to someone who's knowledgeable and we say, I need to get somewhere I've never been before, please explain to me how I get from here to there, but explain it to me carefully so that I can progress from here to my destination in a way that's unmistaken and without difficulty. So that is what is meant by Lam Rim, or stages of the path. It is a graduated or sequential, a graduated sequence of practices that a practitioner engages in accordance with their goal, or in accordance with their capacity, or in accordance with their interest. So the being who's referred to as the being of smallest capacity, they have as their objective a good rebirth, a rebirth in a happier migration such as we have attained now, a rebirth that is free of the lower realms. So their graduated path is, this is the first thing you need to study and meditate on, then this is the second to study and meditate on, this is the third. And that is their sequence, that is their graduated path. And the being of intermediate capacity, they have as a goal liberation from suffering in its entirety. So they have come to an understanding that there is no rebirth that is free of suffering. That is, as long as one attains a rebirth within cyclic existence, there is no rebirth that is free of suffering. So their goal is liberation, or freedom from suffering, freedom from samsara. So their graduated stages, this is the first thing to study and meditate on, you build on that, and this is the second. And then you build on those two, and you come to the third. So they have that specific sequence. And then similarly then, for the being of greatest capacity, they have the greatest capacity because they have set as a goal enlightenment for the sake of others. So they have not only set for themselves the greatest of goals, but have taken on the greatest of responsibility, and that is to lead all beings to a state free of suffering. Now for them, they too have a graduated path to enlightenment, and theirs then has, this is your first that you practice you engage in, building on that, this is your second stage, and building on those two, this is your third. So this is what is meant by Lam Rim, or stages of the path.
Sonam Gyatso ki Anatoliya labja karanang gora labna chisa dene ge Lam Rim Text sangye nyama sangye chasan di nyamne jine sangye gore ana mo bana sangye nyamne sangye ko to di nyamne jine sangye ko to gore chisa dene ge Lam Rim nyamne jena tarba topno di Lam Rim di nyamne jen di nane nyamne jine sangye ko tarba top tu gore chisa hada mi ko to ba ne Lam Rim di nane son sheba di nyamne jine 제반을 하다 미고 톱투그래 진짜 되네 인자 디 람림 냠림 마제바 산지고 톱투야 마 타비고 톱투야 말에 얘네 하다 미고 톱투야 말에 매반자 다 람림 냠림 지고래스 진짜 되네 인자 다 데비 띵딜라서 다 다땡 하나서 결혼서 밀류 림보체 톱 되네게 냠림 지고 거베 마세 야고도 유비 갑라 되네게 닝보 다 중나 작쇼데 산지고방 니토에 된다야 람림들이야 안직들이야니 베주치네 냠는 제고레스 제자다 얘네자 탈바 다 산지고방 톱투사 말에다 이네 탈바 토바 지긴 선배이네 람림디 될때네 냠는 제고레스 다 탈바다 디소에 두면 깨와치만 안수는 마게와 하다 미고방 토바 제고레 선배이네 람림디 냠는 제난 톱투고 냠는 제고 제자 디네서 다다 고급 유디 갑라 단조기 띵딜라 냠는 제나 제 고급이요 자야 고급이요 제가 결혼을 그때 고급 튕긴 차상 사도 냠는 제고 그래서 안 계지 간소다 단조기 띵 마토 바제 간소다 간소이 띵에 계속은 dunro 깨베네 되네 벤야다 되네기 dunro 다직게 이다다 냐오바제네 되네 고급이요 말다스 다들 유디 될라야 안 사서 제는 결혼을 냠는 제고 그래서 이제 난 너다닝 보디 순고로와
The abbreviated, so what we're looking at here thus far, in terms of what Sonam Gyatso has composed, the advice that he's passing on to us is he's emphasizing that the way that each and every Buddha has attained their exalted state was through practicing everything that we are going to find in this text. And those bodhisattvas now, those beings who are progressing to the exalted state of enlightenment, they are doing so on the basis of the practices we're going to find in this very text. And all those beings who one day will be counted amongst the children of the Buddhas, the bodhisattvas, and will therefore become Buddhas, they too will do so on the basis of what is going to be revealed in this text. So if one has the wish for enlightenment, or a state that is liberated from suffering, or even a good rebirth of a human or a god, these cannot be attained without practicing what is found here. So therefore, it is imperative that one comes to hear and understand what is presented here, put it in one's memory, and apply it to one's spiritual training. Moreover, he's reminded us of this precious opportunity that we've attained with this rebirth that we have. And with this rebirth, that we can achieve the very heart of the Buddha's teachings. And that is a state of enlightenment, a state where all inner qualities are fully developed and all faults are completely eliminated. But for those who feel that that's a goal, a step too far for them, that's just a bit much, but who see the faults that pervade cyclic existence, and are determined to be freed of suffering, not just coarse suffering, but subtler types of suffering too, they too will find out how to achieve the state of liberation based on this text. And those who have a fear for being born in these suffering lower realms, a position where not only does one suffer whilst born there, but one's spiritual progression is halted. For such practitioners too, what they need to engage in is clearly presented here too. So that's the meaning of what we've looked at thus far.
Gyatso Sonam Gyatso Lobsang Dorje ngārāng zu samnā, tā Gyatso Sonam Gyatso di ngārāng yā labji gyagui samche ngārāng su samnā le. Gyatso Sonam Gyatso tā ngārāng sungu yata sanga tā sosu ki duinde yawaro chi ngō su mi ngārāng zu ki jige lami ki tā ngō su ngārāng sunwa nā chi ngārāng labji gyagui samche samle di samche an di yinza di ngay dirin paa chi ngārāng zu tā ngārāng zu nyaman tā Lam Rim to ne jaa che ngārāng zu Lam Rim to lobsang chi nyamne nangorwa dine yinza tā dirin maa ngārāng zu nyaman nangor yinza semshu che tā che dine gogab chi yudu dine ki nyamne che ki Lam Rim pe maas Lam Rim pe yakbo yuwa de tā dirin ngay dian ya nyamne yakbo che pa no tā pe sa sa de tā dirin paa ngay nyamne pe maas yakbo shu bui da shu chi yin sam che 제가 디야나 랑드마 뱅이 디냠는 제제 탈진바는 조가 심지 부질라 판도 투구레 지상 주위 동안 세 투구레 주위기 디기 주 투구레 지상 조가 심지라 디기 주비하다 동안 세 돈달이야 딩이 냠는 디냠는 제생이 상요코방 토바치기 선배게 안 디돈달이야기 냠는 지기 삼제 되네기 먼저 삼 따지 기디네 지상 되네게 삼다 어디 공원 마선 대삼다지 니가 저기 냠는 제디 나 저기 류가 있음지 내가 예죄도면 내가 지금 매사하다 아니 야네 야도 샬레 류가 있음지 내가 샬레 네베 자와 지금 매선비 예죄도면 알아서 받아 아니 지게 안 샬리야 펜비기 자와 간에 주변에 안직 펜비 자와 진비기 돈에 아니 류당 벤저다 시엔 돈나 롭종어 돈나 안지 가리 돈에 샬레 펜비 자와 주비 선비기 아니 삼다야다 안 디니 삼다네 나 저기 델리아 안지게 소소 띵이 진 고미야다 디네 아직 돈이고 다음에 받아电子 삼다 돈이고 삼다도 강도 지동제 디니긴 제네라 저기 다 네가 라마들이네 소수기
거는거든
네가 람 네로치드 너 네로치드 되네 삼다도 디링이 개와 사십이 되게 개와 지차사 야는 저 심제 탐지래 펜바지 디기 용어에서 점리 시대 용어다 안 심제 동화세야 디기 용어 쇼세야다 소수게 라마다 지수야는 구세 가게 템비 규규어 쇼세야다 소소라라이네 셴레 펜베 자와 야침보제야다 산요고방 토비기 교보교보 산요고방 토디비 규규어 쇼세야디 되니기 몰람제야디 다디제 샹저기 쇼게 군노디 다디니게 삼다 아는 바도 님보다 저기 셴라 펜비 삼바 삼라 강도 잠제 삼다야 데 셴레 펜비기 자가 강도도 지야 안 타마델이야 안 저기 모아제야 안 되게 삼다 당아도 럼림 예셰셰기 고전으로 된다로 디샤고로 안 디링기 당아도 롭찬디 되시도
I'm well aware that many of you have received Lam Rim teachings in the past, perhaps what we've been doing here over the last 3 years or elsewhere. So what you've heard tonight isn't necessarily going to be new. But so when this text was composed, there were already Lam Rim Text present in the world at that time, or present in Tibet at that time, yet this text was still composed. So there is a reason why additional Lam Rim texts were composed, and for the same reason that we are here hearing these teachings again, despite having heard these topics before. And that is we first of all need to take this advice we've heard tonight, and we will hear each week from now, as being advice directly given to us each individually. There's nothing that is said here that is for some but not others. There's nothing that's been said here that, oh, I don't need to hear this because I know it already. And there's nothing that is to be said here that is beyond anyone's capacity. So we need to take everything that we hear as being direct advice for ourselves, coming directly from the author of our text, coming directly from the teachers that we have strong Dharma connection with. Because it's through receiving the teachings in this way that this text itself will serve its purpose. So already being familiar with these topics, we hear them now so as to give us courage, to give us enthusiasm, to give us strength of mind. And in this way, when we leave here tonight and from tonight, it can have a profound impact on our practice. And how so? So many of you already have an established daily practice, and those of you who don't, over time you will hopefully develop that. So the first thing that we always start out with is cultivating motivation. We started tonight with this, and each morning when we wake up, we develop a motivation. And a motivation, in brief, is that everything I do today, whether it's a physical activity, whether it's verbally communicating with others, and even my way of thinking, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to guard it and ensure that at the very least, I don't harm others with any of my activities. And moreover, I commit to wherever I can to helping others, whether it's through physical activity, through my way of speaking, and also through my way of thinking. I will be of benefit to others. I'll be of benefit to others through sharing my resources where appropriate, through helping others where appropriate, through giving advice where appropriate. And moreover, and then one engages in whatever meditation one is engaging in as your daily practice, whether it's cultivating the mind of bodhicitta, or the wisdom understanding emptiness, or the mind, a concentrated mind of calm abiding. Then one engages in one's meditation, and thereafter one's daily activities. And throughout the day, taking a moment here and there just to remind oneself of the motivation established in one's morning meditation. And then, at the end of the day, when one comes to lie down at night, one recalls the virtue that one engaged in, the beneficial activities one engaged in over that day, generates joy in one's mind, and dedicates the virtue that one has accumulated. And you dedicate it so that all beings can attain inner peace. So those afflicted minds can be pacified, subdued, and eliminated. And thereby, outer peace will prevail. Harmony between beings, harmony between communities and nations. Moreover, one dedicates that our spiritual teachers, they remain long in this world, benefiting sentient beings, as do all other virtuous spiritual teachers. And then we also dedicate that all beings, without exception, quickly attain the exalted state of Buddhahood, where their qualities are fully developed and they're completely freed from suffering. So this is the purpose of even hearing such an introductory teaching, and how to hear it, how to hear each and every class that will follow from tonight. And we've then looked at what we should do in the morning, during the day, and how to end the day. Okay, country, okay. So our time is up, and we'll continue from here next week. But if anyone has any questions, then please feel free to ask. Then thank you, and we'll continue next week.